creative friends, this is Joy coming to you with another art journal page. So this is for the YouTube collaboration group, where the theme for this month is Trash to Treasure, and so I'm going to do an art journal page for this event. And I thought it would be a good idea to do it in an art journal that I actually made. This was made out of a pizza box covered in tissue paper that I got from some packaging, and then colored it and painted it, and then added in pages to this art journal that was left over and pulled out of another art journal, actually two other art journals. So you'll see that the pages aren't quite exactly the same, but that's fine. And I'm going to do a page similar to this. This I just took tags that I had bought, like a set of tags, and there was like, I think 100 of them in there. There was so many tags, and they were all the same size, and I was like, what am I going to do with 100 tags? So I glued down a bunch of tags on this page and then proceeded to create the art journal page on top of it. And my idea for this Trash to Treasure event is to do similar to this, but instead of using tags that I purchased, I am going to try to use some of the tags that I've been collecting. I've got a ton of tags in here, and I thought, you know, it'd be kind of cool to use up some of these tags because the box is just overflowing with tags on the art journal. So I thought that'd be a good idea to do that. So that's what I'm going to do for this art journal page and for this event, Trash to Treasure. I thank you for watching and hope you enjoy the video. So as I mentioned, I decided to take all of these tags, or at least a majority of them, and glue them down to this page. And I'm using this Craft Bond Heavy Duty Quick Drying Glue. And I put a, pretty fair amount on there and was trying to hold it down for it to dry, but I guess it wasn't drying fast enough for me. So I decided to move on and continue to put tags down on the page wherever they fit, kind of like a jigsaw here. And what I ended up doing, which I didn't, show that on the video here, but after I got all the tags down on both sides of the page, then I put wax paper over the whole thing and then put some heavy books on top just to kind of hold them down till they dried. And so that seemed to do the trick. So that's how I managed to get all of these tags glued down. And I knew I was going to use some wet medium, so I thought I'd better tape up the seam because I figured it was probably going to get kind of messy in the seam there, which I was correct, and you'll see here in a minute. So after putting the tape on the seam, I decided to cover the whole thing with white gesso. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going over the whole page and the tags, and I'm not trying to completely, cover up the tags. I figured if some of it, the writing or whatever showed through, it was, not going to be a problem. But in the end, you couldn't see any of it anyway. So after covering it with gesso, I just let it dry, and then I decided to get some color on the page quickly. I would just use some watercolor paints here. So that's what I'm doing. I decided to do it in a couple of different shades of blue. So I'm just quickly trying to cover the background with some color just to get this page started and to get some color on the page. And the page turned out, pretty nice. I mean, it's not maybe one of my favorites, but, I did like the way it turned out. So here I'm using the watercolor paints, really wet, with a wet brush, and trying to do some drips on the edge of the page. And so instead of going from the top to bottom, I decided to go from the side inward. And you'll see here in a minute why. And I'm trying to get it to run down, and this is the reason why too that I decided to tape the seam, because of course all of that is running into the seam. And then I'm just trying to get it to run, out of the seam So I kind of went back and forth with this to try to get these drips on here the way that, I wanted them to look, so that, that I would be happy with them. But after doing this, it just wasn't doing it for me. I felt like that, I wanted them to be brighter. So I do end up doing some more. And here I'm just taking a really wet paintbrush into that same blue and just spattering it on the page. I just thought I would add some spatters on the page. So then next I thought, again that I wanted those drips to be brighter. So I grabbed out the golden high flow, and I really like it because it's got like a nozzle, so it's easy to kind of get it to on the page and get it to run and get it running in areas where I wanted it to. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just adding some more drips to the page, but with the golden high flow to get it to get the look that I was going for. I'm trying to make it kind of like I don't know, a beachy kind of scene, because my page, I decided after going through my ephemera that I would put down this title that says Easy Breezy Summer, and then this lady wading in the water, and then there is a poem on the one piece of paper with the beach chairs. So I'm just using golden matte medium to cover the backs of these and the fronts to get all of this down. So on the picture with the beach chairs, it says, one of these summers, which is a fortunate combination of delightful weather, delightful friends, and delightful doings, come as near to perfect as anything can come in this world. And then the little quote that I found to go with it is, certain things catch your eye, but pursue only those that capture the heart. And so I thought those were kind of appropriate for the page I was creating. So then I pulled out my Posca pens and decided to go around all of the elements with the blue Posca pen, as you see me doing here, just to kind of give them more of a finished look, I guess. So after I trace around everything with the Posca pen, I just edge the whole page in ultramarine blue with Stays On ink pad. So that's pretty much the page for today. If you like this video, you can hit the like button, or you can hit the subscribe button, or you can leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. And if you'd like to see videos from other artists in this series, you can search on YouTube for hashtag Trash to Treasure to see a list of all of the videos that other artists have posted for this event. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.